Guess who's back? Back again. Fable's back. Tell some friends. No more singing, Dan, I promise. I don't promise. I'm probably going to break that promise, but I should not sing anymore. Hey, day 5 of 12 Days of Beardsmas. We are back through that rotation, and we are coming back to Fable Beard Co. Now, on this round, I would like to recommend scents that I think are the best options for me and hopefully for some of you out there from these companies that we're going to feature. And of course, we got more giveaways, we got more history and all that stuff. For Fable Beard Co., throw over here Dancy20 on their normal site and their CBD site. They do offer CBD products that are out there. I want to show you my 2 recommendations. They are my 2 collaborations. Why am I recommending those? Because I love them. I would not have my name attached to it. I would not work on these if I did not love them. There's plenty of companies I've tried. It just didn't work out with the collab. So these ones I love. From the regular site, you have one of my very first collaborations, and that is The Teacher. Now, this is a fresh citrus berry type scent. It is not artificial smelling. It is not over the top sweet. It's definitely sweet, but it's nothing that's going to make you be like, oh, that's too much there. It's just refreshing. It is nice. It smells like a teacher, right? You have the idea of a teacher's apple, and just, I think of teachers as being fresh, kind of sweet people. Me being a teacher. So The Teacher would be my recommendation on the regular site. And then on the CBD site, of course, I do recommend the Grower. That's one of my most used oils of all time. But the newest one, my collaboration with them, and this is called The Creator. So we went from The Teacher to The Creator here. And this one is a Honeycrisp apple, kind of with a sweet aquatic cologne. It's definitely similar to The Teacher, but much more on the cologne side, much more apple in there. It is sweet. It is wonderful. And it's a very me scent, of course. If you know me, you know I like these sweet scents. You know I like the aquatic colognes. I love both of these. But one good thing about Fable is they have so many options. So my first task from you guys is, if you have tried Fable, drop your favorite scents down below. Let us know if it is the CBD side or the normal side. And if you have not tried Fable, let's say you win a giveaway and you get to choose the scent. Which one is catching your eye? Which one sounds the best? All right, cannot wait to read those. Prospective consumers, please consider checking out those comments. And don't forget Dancy20, or use my link, even if you have a better discount that comes up for some crazy sale or anything like that. That's always appreciated. Our historical beard of the day today is... boom! Annie Jones, our first female featured on 12 Days of Beardsmas, which is so cool. She is the famous P.T. Barnum's bearded lady, most likely the most well-known and successful bearded lady of all time. She's definitely not the only one. There are several notable bearded ladies throughout history, and there's one that is current alive today. I believe she lives in Europe currently and is doing some fantastic work around the world to promote positivity and helping people out. I hope to have her on the channel one day, but let's get to Annie Jones. The legend has it that she was born in Virginia, and out of her mother's womb, right away, she had dark facial hair, similar to like a short stubble beard of a fully grown man. Now, of course, her parents were shocked when this happened, but that quickly turned into their mind into a money-making operation or opportunity, which to me is kind of sad, being a father and having a daughter, that's where the mind went. And to prove that they really did think that, they moved from Virginia to New York to enter Annie into that circus or the P.T. Barnum exhibition before she was 1 year old. Let me hit you with that again. They put her into the circus as an exhibition, as a bearded lady, as somewhat would call a freak, right? I highly disagree with that term, but that's what was thrown around at the time in the newspapers and really all over the place, before she was 1. Now, they signed a 3-year contract, really good pay for the time, and it ended up being much more than that. Annie literally learned how to walk, learned how to become a young lady, a person, a human, while in the circus and while performing. This, of course, took a big toll on her life. Now, there were some crazy things that happened along the way. One of the biggest stories was, as a young lady, she was kidnapped by a man in New York who then was privately showing her, I believe, out of a church to try and make money. Well, they found him, they brought her to court, she hugged her parents, they said, okay, case closed, yeah, these are the real parents, because he tried to claim he was the parents. Now, we don't fully know if this was just this wild case, or if it was a straight up publicity stunt by P.T. Barnum. I guess we will never know, but it's interesting to think about that entire situation. Well, as she grew too, she got married at the age of 15 to a fully grown adult man who was also in the circus. He was one of those shouters. When people would walk by, he'd make fun of their clothing and just yell things at them. And they stayed married for 15 years. She got married when she was 15, stayed for 15, and her parents did not approve of this marriage. It was not even legal until she was of legal age. They thought that this was not right, the age gap. They didn't like that he was part of the exhibition or the circus. Well, they got divorced after 15 years, mainly because Annie loved another man who she claimed to have been her childhood love, her childhood crush that she had loved all along. So they get divorced, she marries the new man, and then they take their own tour over to Europe where they're going to show as a duo and show the bearded lady, but also kind of go on a vacation. And they did that tour for 4 years. And I say 4 years specifically because he died after 4 years. It's not funny, but he died after 4 years, and he died of tuberculosis, TB. Well, Annie was distraught. She didn't know what to do, so she moved back to New York, joined the P.T. Barnum again, and was bigger than ever. When she started her show there, she actually was kind of billed and advertised in a biblical way, right? The sister of a bearded man, a highly bearded baby. And so they did the biblical route, and then as she got older, they switched it to the bearded lady. And this is when her fame really just exploded, and she was well known from coast to coast and even across the world. The main reason why is she has absolutely fantastic facial hair. You see in that picture, she has full coverage. She's got a thick, dense beard, but the power was in the contrast of her being very womanly. She did her hair, she dressed very womanly, she had womanly features, and they absolutely loved that kind of contrast. There have been other bearded ladies, but those bearded ladies oftentimes had kind of manly features. Probably the next most famous one was billed as the Ape Woman. Again, makes me uncomfortable even saying that. Not a big fan of the term, but it wasn't something that was like the bearded lady. Annie was shown as a lady with facial hair, which is true. She was a full-fledged lady that had facial hair. There are several different conditions that girls commonly or uncommonly, I say commonly because the one that they believe Annie had affects 5 to 10% of women in different spectrums, right? Not to her degree, but I thought that was like, man, that's a pretty big number. But again, there's several different things that can happen with genetics that are going to cause facial hair or male features on women, and that was her power. That was, hey, I'm a lady and look at this facial hair. So Annie actually did not outlive her second husband by very long. She died at the age of 37, also from TB, tuberculosis, and she was deeply conflicted. She spoke up more and more at the end of her life about how she did not like the way she was portrayed. She didn't like the title of a freak or a sideshow, and she was, I feel like, coming into her own and was going to start speaking about like women's rights and being treated equally, no matter what your facial hair, no matter what your style, no matter what you choose. But at a very young age, 37 years old, passed away. Her mom died of tuberculosis shortly after that. It was just kind of a sad end, but to a life that was very famous, but maybe not the most fulfilling one out there. But goodness, what a story. Before she was 1 year old, was already in the circus, showing off that beard, traveling the world, 2 different marriages. I'm sure there are some major stories along the way that we will never know about. I would love to just go back and see that life and see the experiences. It just absolutely fascinates me. Our first female, Annie Jones, Beard of the Day. Let's announce our giveaway winner from yesterday's video, and that is a $50 value from Royal Beardsman. Let's generate that random Gleam link generator. Bam! Congratulations. Hey, Royal Beardsmen will reach out to you. If they don't within about a week, get a hold of me. I got you. I'll make sure I'll put you two together and we get that all taken care of. Everything's been really smooth so far, so I know that we'll continue with these fantastic companies. All right, today, new giveaway from Fable Beard Co. $50 value at least. And all you need to do, 3 things. Be subscribed to the channel. Leave a comment down below. What'd you think about Annie Jones? What'd you think about the first bearded lady? Was this something you had heard of? Was this something new? Something interesting that stood out to you? And then last thing, please sign up with that Gleam link that's in the description. And hopefully, if I can remember on time, the pinned comment as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this series. Thank you so much for supporting this channel, my family, and everything we do. Big, big, big plans for 2022. I really mean that. You guys know that I'm somebody that's really about showing it more than talking about it. But buckle up, get ready. I am pumped for the best year of all time for this channel. Hey, stay bearded and stay positive.